years, that threat probably won't work quite as well. There's also a lot of grouping by academic ability, and I'm seeing students that have more ability tend to group together, and there is a little bit of resistance when students are asked to get into pairs or groups that are mixed ability. And there's definitely some resistance to that. I see myself as a student because I know that when I was that age, I did it as well. And even in this class, there's people that I think to myself, oh, well, I work like them. I want to be with them. Not necessarily that anybody's lower ability, but I think we still like to be around people that are like us because we think we'll work better around them. Might make for an easier presentation, but probably also a little bit less learning in the long run. Students at this age are really beginning to develop their own identity. I'm seeing more and more of that as the semesters progressed, and that's a really good thing, I think, for them to be experiencing already. And this group of students is really, really, really highly motivated by extrinsic rewards. They like candy, the peppermints that my cooperating teacher will throw out when they get questions right. They'll all raise their hands like, I know it, I know it, I know it. And he's like, I haven't even asked the question yet. There's no way you can possibly know it. They all want those rewards. They're definitely motivated by the SOL tests. I think that they've been taught maybe a little bit to fear them, but they definitely recognize that they're important, both to them, their school, and their faculty members. I think that is what is a lot of being a social studies student today. I don't, like I said at the beginning, I'm not a social studies student today in secondary school, so I don't necessarily know what it's like to be a student. Having observed some other classes and stuff, I don't really see where there's anything that's terribly unique to social studies. It seems like most of the challenges that we face in social studies are ones that other content area teachers are facing as well as elective instructors. So I think really maybe the better question is what is it like to be a student today? I think as the students learn to think differently, and as they get a little bit more into their academic career, they're going to have an easier time being able to identify, oh, okay, well, there is some room for a kind of right, kind of wrong answer, and there is room for challenging themselves. I think that will come, but right now they're just not there yet. There are some things that I've noticed, and this will be my final thought, I guess, is that a lot of the content seems very jumbled together, and some of the students have commented at how hard it is to know what's going on, and a lot of the material doesn't even seem to be coherent to me. I'm in a history class, and I have a bachelor's in history, and really the way that some of the content gets taught and some of the instruction set up, it seems like a mumbled mess. And some of the stuff that is expected content knowledge, I don't even know, and I don't know how it relates. I learn very much so by relating things to one another and making connections and filling in the details with my memory and logic. And a lot of the students just struggle because there isn't that overarching theme in all of their classes. I think that there's definitely some great tools that we've been exposed to in the TCI presentations over the past couple of weeks that really will help with this. I'm excited to implement framing and concept mastery. I think that the work that's been done out of Kansas definitely has a lot of great applications that we'll be able to use in our classrooms to really engage the next generation of students. And that's really one of my goals for the rest of the semester, is to help create that whole overarching vision of what social studies is, what history is, what school's about. That way most students do get out of it year with a little bit better idea as opposed to just a bunch of random facts making meaning. That's what really counts. Well, that's all that I have for this week, so I look forward to the weekend and look forward to getting back to the school next week.